Well, what do we have here? We have Denpasar in Bali, and I just went down the street here to talk to one of these guys who can actually take me out to a few of these temples tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. And right now I'm just trying to learn the basics of this town. And I can tell you one thing, the first impression is it's a touristy place. They have stores everywhere selling, you know, stuff you probably don't need at all. And it's a lot of it. It's I would say hundreds or thousands of these stores. And right now we're under some kind of canvas here in the street, and it's very, very crowded here. And I'm back out there, and it seems like I would compare this one to Vegas in a weird way, because you can see people walking the streets here drinking alcohol in Indonesia, which is strictly forbidden if you go up to Java or maybe Sumatra and those places. But Bali is a little different. This is a Hindu place with Hindu temples, and so it's quite different from the strict, you know, Muslim parts of town. And we have these guys back there. Hello. And you can tell you don't find local people here. The local people are working in these shops or stores, while all the tourists are from, you know, Australia, actually the entire world, I would say. But I just spoke to a guy and he was from Australia. He said he was from the southern part of Australia, south of Melbourne, I believe. So yeah, you have a lot of people here from other places. And right here we have some wind, and I'm not even sure where the ocean is right now. I tried to look at the map, and I'm a little confused, but I will know in 30 minutes. Next time I stop, I will check where I am actually, and right now I'm just drifting or roaming around in the streets of Denpasar. Actually, this is called Kuta, this place, but it's basically the little village right next to Denpasar. Denpasar is the main city, and as you can see, I'm just standing here for a second now. You see these stores. It's store after store after store selling flip-flops, wooden carvings, shoes, you know, t-shirts. Unbelievably big markets here. I mean, look, it's just going in. It's I'm sure it's acres and acres and acres, or miles and miles of just all these stores. So that's the first impression. And many of these motorcycles you can actually rent, or you can get one with a driver as well to move around. But the first impression is, where are you going to drive? Unless you're into temples and want to leave town, then I'm not sure, because the streets are very small and narrow, and if you hop into a taxi, like a Bluebird here, you can be stuck in traffic. This is a tiny place, but tiny place with big traffic. And because they have no roads, that's the reason it is like that, right? So it looks boring. I would just use my feet instead. I mean, sitting in a taxi or so, that's horrible. Okay, so I will just continue to walk here. And again, I mean, you don't need to be thirsty here because there is a bar every 10 feet. And they have snacks, food, and things like that. And I'm coming up to an intersection here, and I still don't know where I'm going. I have no idea. I'm clueless. I'm totally gone here. And you see all these non-Balinese names here. It's Italian names, it's English names, it's whatever, French, and all that stuff. So I think I will just stop for a second and see if I can, you know, find out where I am right now. But at least you see a little bit of Balinese traffic right now. Cars are honking. Well, I think I found the street here, and this is I think one of the main streets that basically go parallel to the beach. And I think the beach is, there's a lot of guessing here, but I think the beach is down here to the right. And you can kind of see how it looks like here. It's like an inferno of business, and you find all the weird stuff like tattoo shops, drinking places, and stuff like that everywhere. And I would just, you know, follow the street and see if I find something interesting, maybe a coffee shop or something like that. And then later on I need to sit down somewhere and figure out where to actually go tomorrow. I don't think I have time to do much today because I don't really know anything about this place, and before I can even make a small guess. And you see motorcycles, there's one here on the sidewalk, and yeah, I need to sit down and make some kind of plan. All right. And people come here to just buy. Maybe you need to buy like one of these crazy helmets and go and go out and be crazy, right? So we'll see. And this is bloody sweet. You're here. How are you? Yeah. All right. Great.
Alright.
Yeah. Woo. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Everybody screams, and why not? You know, it's just fun. And if you notice, the buildings are pretty low. They are like 2 floors. It's like a bottom floor where you have all the stores, and then you go up 1 level, and maybe they live up there. I don't know. Even though some of these second floors, they look kind of dead. And you have all these alleyways. There's one, for instance. Those actually look more interesting if you go in there. And hopefully I can explore one of those. Because out here is just, you know, for shopping, buying everything nonsense, right? But people do that. People love buying that. I hear some music. Construction is going on right here. Food, tourists. We have backpackers and all that stuff. So, for instance, it's a parking area. I was planning to go in there, but it looks like just a parking. So, nah, I skipped that. I find a better alley. Okay. Well, look at that. We have a cow here. I don't know if that indicates they are selling beef, or maybe they like to, you know, scare the customer with this Meet the cow. All right. More motorcycles here. Maybe these are the taxi guys. And they can't drive in the street. Look at the traffic. It's just bumper to bumper. It's like a little train of cars. Smaller side street going in here. And I'm turning. We have the guy here. He's famous. He shows me all these gang fingers. Why not? It's almost like you're walking faster than the cars, and the gusty wind picks up here. That could ruin my audio. We'll see. But if you think on it, we are pretty close to the ocean here. So that's always a problem if you know, go out to an island like that. I mean, the wind can be crazy. And this building to the left, look at the tower up there. You see that? I wonder what that is. I see a tattoo shop at least. So what I will do is I will go in here for a second here. I start here. See what I can find in here. It definitely looks like a dead alley, and there is no access to anything here. But let me go down at least 50 more meters here, because usually, at least, okay, what do we have here? We have some flowers. At least they have these purple flowers here. And without these flowers, it would be pretty boring here. Okay, so I'm not sure if this is giving any answers to this building here. I'm like behind this wall here, you see? I think I need to give up. Actually, what I need to do is to do some research before I go out, because I'm like a lunatic, walking in the Balinese alleyways here. It doesn't make any sense at all, right? But that's what you do when you explore. You go out and walk around, and sometimes you fail, right? And a touristy horse just passed by here. Okay, I'm out again here, so I will stop here for a second and see if I can do some research.